Hi, I'm Michael Janich. I'm the Special Projects Coordinator for the Spyderco Knife Company, and I'd like to talk to you today about the Ronin 2. This is a knife that is near and dear to my heart. The first knife that I designed for Spyderco was the original Ronin. Ronin, many people are familiar with the term as a masterless samurai, literally means wave man. And the first knife that I designed for Spyderco was designed specifically for personal defense. And it was kind of the first knife to pioneer the idea of using Wharncliffe blades for personal defense, at least in modern times. When you look back to the Scramasax, the Filipino Campilan, there have been combative, straight-edged edge weapons for centuries, so it's really nothing new. But taking that and kind of putting it into a small, concealable, everyday carry personal defense knife was a new concept. The Ronin kind of pioneered that. This is the latest evolution of that concept, hence the name Ronin 2. And where this really came from was my Yojimbo 2, which is the folding version. And literally what happened with this, when the Yojimbo 2 came out, I have a good friend, Mickey Yurko, very talented custom knife maker, retired law enforcement officer. He makes fixed blade knives, makes excellent fixed blade knives, and when he saw this, he wanted to make me a knife. So he literally put my folder down, traced around it on a piece of paper, gave me a custom version of this in a fixed blade form. And I asked the powers that be at Spyderco if I could get a couple of custom knives done from Mickey. They gave their permission. I took delivery at the Blade Show, brought those back to the booth. They took a look at them, and they immediately asked if they could stick those in the prototype case that we use at Spyderco to be able to show off new concept designs. As the public saw it, they liked the idea. They liked the fact that we were bringing back the concept of the Ronin, so we decided to make it into a production piece. So what we have here is a full tang construction. It's actually a skeletonized tang, so underneath the handle scales here, it's skeletonized to reduce weight, but you still have the strength of a full tang construction. It's a Wharncliffe blade design, which means it has a straight cutting edge, and you have this taper down toward the point. What this does is it allows you to cut with full power all the way to the point. So if you think of the arc of motion of your arm, as your arm is moving, you make contact with the heel of the edge first, and as you continue that motion of your arm, you're cutting with increasing power all the way to the point. This is very different than knives that have belly to the edge, because if the belly coincides with the arc of motion of the arm and those two arcs run parallel, you no longer apply pressure into the cut. And in a defensive situation, if you have a short knife that you can carry legally, you want to be able to cut as deeply and effectively as possible. This is a hollow ground blade. You still have full thickness up at the back here for great strength. The shape here gives you a nice integral guard, so as far as thrusting and being able to drive forward, it's going to protect your hand and keep your hand from sliding forward and allow effective energy transfer into the thrust. The blade is made out of CTS BD1 steel, so it's a stainless steel, very corrosion resistant, takes a great edge, but it also allows the knife to be very affordable. The scales are textured black G10, so it's G10, very thin scales bolted onto the tang. It also has a lanyard hole for people who like lanyards. And all of this fits into a custom molded bolt-around sheath. So it's a simple snap fit into the sheath. The sheath is equipped with a G-clip attachment. The G-clip allows it to be mounted on the belt, inside the waistband, angular adjustable, so it can be edge forward, edge back, forward cant, rearward cant. You can set it up strong side, support side, literally a very versatile sheath attachment that allows you to set up the knife any way you want it. Best of all, suggested retail price on this is $149.95. So when you look at a street price, you're talking probably more around $100 for law enforcement officers, for anyone who is interested in a very dependable, reliable, well-designed personal defense knife. You also want to have something that's affordable that you can carry on a regular basis. The Ronin 2 fits all those criteria. It's something that I suggest you check out. Please visit us at Spyderco.com.